Hey, this is Pascal with Vanguard Global LLC.com. I'm here. We're talking about corporate credit building, and I'm going to give you the basics on corporate credit building. So, in effect, there's an ebook that we have that's free to you, which is Corporate Credit Building 101. You can find it on our website if you go to the to VanguardGlobalLLC.com, and then just simply go to the Work tab, and you can find the ebook. So let's get into this real quick. The ebook covers all the different phases of corporate credit building. So one of the things that you're going to have to remember when you do corporate credit building, especially now. Things have changed quite a bit. You can still, build corporate credit with no personal guarantors and all that good stuff. But what you're going to have to do is make sure that your structure is sound and make sure that your structure is right. So, and by doing that, once you have your incorporation set up, you're going to want to get a little office somewhere. Even if it's a shared office space with someone else, and the easiest way to find a shared office space if you don't want to spend a lot of money is looking on Craigslist, Backpage, that type of thing, and just looking for under office space and finding someone that you can pay $50-$75 a month to utilize their office and their business address, because having a business address is going to be very important for you. So that's step number one, obviously, is getting incorporated. Step number two is going to be getting your business address. You have a little bit of time after you get your corporation to send in your your change of information form. With the officers on the corporation, and also your your business address, what your permanent business address is going to be. Hugely important, those two steps. Also, what you're going to want to do next is understanding. Let's move down here real quick. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to understand that you're going to need a business phone line, as you probably have heard me say in other videos, that you're going to want to really make sure that you get a business phone line that lists in 411. Hugely important. If your business line doesn't list in 411 at the address that you have listed as your business address, it's going to be much harder for you to accumulate any type of corporate credit. So the things that you're going to need, obviously, are those three things. You're going to need to get your tax ID number. Okay, your tax ID EIN. You're going to need to have that. You're going to need to after you get your tax ID number, you're going to need to get your DUNS number. There's a few different ways to do that. The easiest way, obviously, is to go to DMB and just apply for a DUNS number. I'm just going to tell you up front, though. DMB is a for-profit company, and even though you can apply for a DUNS number for free, they bug the crap out of you until you buy one of their corporate credit builder programs, or buy something from them, because that's how they make their money, or that's one of the ways they make their money. So you can do that however you choose. Buy whatever program you want. There's a couple of back-end routes that you can go and getting a DUNS number, but we're not going to discuss that here. After you have your DUNS number, then you're going to want to start positioning your business to look like a real active business, because as you can see here, they're pretty slick nowadays. What they do, or what they have the ability of doing, as you start increasing the companies that you're going to go after for corporate credit is they'll simply look up your business on Google Earth, and and literally look and see if it's a business, the street, the whole 9 yards. I mean, there's nothing that they can't do, especially when you get into the big boy space and you start doing leases and that type of thing. So we want to make your business look like a real business at all cost, right? So you're going to start framing your corporation the right way. You're going to get you're going to set up a web presence for your business if you want to go after corporate credit. You want to, every time you do business with one of these companies, when your email address, you always want it to be an email address attached to your company. So for instance, your email address would be John at XYZ incorporation.com, because you really want to look like a real business. You want to have everything looking right. When it comes down to it, the only thing that they have to go off of is what you tell them and what they can see about your business, what the world, what the information the world has on you, so to speak. That's it. So if everything that you're putting out to the world is positive and looks right, then that's the only thing that they can go off of. The credit grantors, that's what they go off of, and that's how you win the game. So everything, you want all of your everything that you do to look professional and right, and then when they research your business to determine whether or not they're going to give you credit, everything looks right. Okay, so obviously I mentioned this. I may have mentioned this earlier. We use Vonage. We like to use Vonage for phone lines. It works out well. You get listed in 411 and the whole 9 yards. You get a Vonage line, and the beautiful thing about a Vonage line is, even though the Vonage line might be listed at some business address, the Vonage box or you can have that Vonage number forwarded to whatever number you want, your cell phone or whatever. So you get all the advantages of having a business phone line without having to pay a bunch of money, number one, every month. Number two, the line gets forwarded directly to you anyway. So we really like Vonage. You can use whatever you want to. I just don't use that that Google Voice thing or whatever. A lot of people are jumping on that bandwagon with the Google Voice thing because it's a free line. But the deal is, it has this little stupid recording that says, it's Google Voice. So, that's, no real business does that. No, if you're a real business, you're not going to have that. So keep that in mind. As I was talking about the making your business look like a real business. So you're gonna go and if your business is Johnson Industries, well, that's the domain name that you're going to want to buy for your business. So you want to make sure that you're able to get the domain name for the incorporation name that you utilize, right? So you want to incorporate Johnson Incorporated, and then you're going to get the domain johnsonincorporated.com, right? Very important. You want everything to have a look and feel. So then the next thing, we already discussed the website. If it were me and and I were you, I would definitely go after a mild form of marketing your business. In other words, once you just have your website up and all that, you're going to want to take your business and kind of put it out there to the world. And one of the ways of doing that is by making sure that your business is listed on all of the directories that you can put your business on. So you can go to yellowbook.com, You can go to yellowbook.com, Magic Yellow Pages, YB.com. There's a bunch of them out there, but you want to make sure that you're listed in as many as you can, because obviously if every time a credit grantor looks somewhere for your information and your information is there, it makes you look like more of a legitimate business. So hugely important. So you want to, at least to some extent market your business, okay, and put your name out there in the world. Once you have your corporation, you're gonna make sure that you have it done properly, so that you get your tax ID number, you get a whole corporate kit, stock certificates, corporate seal, your minutes and bylaws and all that good stuff. And the reason you're gonna want to make sure that you have all of that stuff is if it's ever asked for, when you get away from the smaller beginner companies, like Seton, Bags and Bows, Uline, and so on and so forth. When you get away from all those small companies and start getting to the bigger credit grantors, then you want to have all of your stuff tight. You want to have all of your corporate information tight, so that way if it's ever asked for, you have it. So you want to make sure you have your complete corporate kit. This is a list, as you can see on your screen, of a few of the starter companies. There's plenty more out there that you can use and we use, but these top ones here are starter companies that you can use to to go after and and start building corporate credit for your business. Ideally, the magic number is an 80 paydex score. So that's what you're going to work towards. You're going to go after these companies here because they're going to give literally anyone credit, right? Uline, if you have a corporation that's set up, they're going to give you credit. The way they're going to work initially is that you're going to have to buy something from them, and when you buy, it's going to be COD the first time around, and then after that, they will put you on a 30-day net. These companies here are all 30-day net, but you know what? Hey, it is what it is. After you establish yourself and you look like a real company because you have credit lines, so on and so forth, then you can start going after bigger and better things, like the Staples of the world and Office Depot and that type of thing. And then from there, even going after bigger and better things. It's a process. It's not as quick as it used to be. It's just not an overnight thing, and you can't. It's harder to get like the key bank cards and that type of stuff nowadays. They're out there, but you just have to. It's going to take you a little bit more time, and you're going to have to work harder and really work these smaller ones first in order to get where you need to be. Okay. So that's it for this video, and hopefully I've explained a few things to you. Oh, I'm sorry. You can find this ebook. Okay, I know I just kind of scanned over everything, but you can find this ebook once again at on our website, VanguardGlobalLLC.com. Just simply once you get to the website, you can click on the Work tab, and when you click on the Work tab, it will take you to the ebook, and you can just read through here. It's really a lot of good information, very put together very well, if I do say so myself. It's the basics that you'll need to know to establish corporate credit. That's pretty much it. if you need to ask us any questions, you can go to the Contact Us tab and shoot us an email, and we'll do our best to answer it for you. All right, thank you so much for your time. We greatly appreciate you watching this video. Bye-bye.